you. So just a short read on this one. So burden is all about, number 6, of course, is all about certainly things balancing out, but the card indicates that you're carrying emotional weight in this month, possibly from past experiences, obligations, and any unprocessed emotions. So again, that burden represents it's a feeling of being overwhelmed. So there's a need to release that weight for enable for you to feel some inner peace. And then the card of moment to moment suggests, and again, it's a 2, so we are sort of balancing things out, but it still advises you to live more in the present, reminds you not to get bogged down by the past or the future, and to focus on the here and now. And I should mention, this is the card that clarifies that first one. So again, you'll find some clarity and some peace when you let go of control, and certainly trust that flow of life, and then just move through the situations as they come up. And then the next card out is traveling. And this one is about points to a journey or a transition. It can be taken quite literally, but it is traveling through something physically, metaphorically. But either way, there's some kind of a shift in your life, or a conscious shift, something along that line. But it does invite you to step out of your comfort zone and explore, learn, and grow. That is clarified by sorrow. So, number 9 is that card that talks about deep reflection. It is an indicator that there is something here that is or has caused deep emotional pain or sadness. So it is clarified by the card of morality, and that one basically goes into suggests that there were rigid rules or beliefs that you held true, and that might be exacerbating the sorrow or the situation, thinking that this is how. Hi, Devansha. Thinking that this is how things should go, instead of releasing it to go with the flow. So again, this is a situation where you feel the need to control situations or your emotions, which might be hindering the emotional release and the healing. And again, this card advises you to let go of both control and the harsh self-judgment, and just otherwise you're just prolonging the suffering. I'm pretty good. Actually, it's snow where I am right now, so it's a day to want to be indoors, even though I have a few things to do. But how are you doing? Just responding to Devancha. So I just wanted to get into the next cards there. So again, as I mentioned, the number 9, card of sorrow, followed by morality, clinging to the idea of things being too, have to do things a certain way. Just prolonging the suffering, as I mentioned there. And then, of course, we have the card of busy. Yeah, I can imagine you're probably still doing your school right now. Yeah, busy sounds right. Vitamin B works for your energy, just throwing it out there, unless you have an issue with a B absorption or whatever. Yeah, we can do it. I won't do it with this one just because I'm sort of just doing it quick, but I will do another one for Libra today. So put your question in the comment. I will do that with an answer to it in the next read for the tarot, just because it's a little harder to. I need to shuffle the cards, and I only have one hand free right now while I hold the camera. But yeah, I totally will. So throw it up there in the comment. Okay, so I will do what's coming towards you. I won't do it on this one. I'm going to do it with the next one. I might still pull an Osho for you though on the maybe in the tarot read on the next one. But yes, I will do it. So it won't be on this one, but it will be in the next read there. So just finishing up with this one, again, it feels like with that card of sorrow and control, it does feel like you're going inward to find some wisdom and some healing. There's that introspection, that reflection, meditation. It's quiet contemplation so that you can find self-awareness. And again, it is a level of exhaustion, but you're almost to the end of it with the number 9 here. That cycle is pretty much through. It does indicate that there's that moment where you have to sort of dive into some deep peace, basically, with the silence card. And it is an inner reflection that you're very much processing things in the month of April as well, on a mental level, on an emotional level. And this is you contacting your deeper self. So it's a reminder that you don't have to act or solve everything right now. Sometimes just being silent is the best way of dealing with a situation or healing. And then, of course, just to summarize, whatever it is for the month of April, it feels like you're currently dealing with emotional burdens that were built up around the past. And it does feel like self-imposed beliefs, things that you are sort of, I don't want to say self-sabotaging, but still sort of locked into resolving. So it's a moment to moment basis when you process something. And there is the need for movement or a transition away from that, either physically or in your inner world. And again, there's some sorrow that might be holding you back, but it is tied to rigid ideas of how you feel the life, or how life should be, and how things are, what your expectations are. So the cards are asking you to go more with the flow. Don't hang on too tightly or cling too tightly to how you think the world should look or how people should be, that kind of thing, because this is going to help you just to release and to allow more into you. So again, that's a self-reflection that guides you toward the healing. And again, you're in more of a contemplative space because of the silence card there. You're processing that emotional release for the transformation. And again, you're almost at the end of it because it's a 9, and then you're going to see more things open up for you emotionally. So the time frame, I would say, is, not a rigid sort of time frame, because there is, obviously, everybody processes emotional pains or difficulties or emotions at their own pace, and that's based on your own personal growth, and that, therefore, emotional healing. So the transition will unfold gradually as you let go of control, and then you'll embrace that inner stillness, and then you're able to move through the sorrow or the pains. And then there's just going to be a moment of silence and reflection. And the quicker that you release your burdens, you'll find that peace. So patience and mindfulness are the key. The journey is ongoing and it will take time, but with the silence and that self awareness, you will move toward a place of emotional freedom and growth. So that's what I have for you for April. That's a part of April's mindset, some of the things that you'll be dealing with. And I will come back here in just a short while, and I'm going to do a reading for Devansha as well, in regards to what is coming towards her. So stay tuned, more to come. Keep moving forward.